I did eventually get the option for them to have their first kiss, and we need them kisses, so get it, girls. Have a snack, be a snack. That is my philosophy. And girl, you are sweaty. Turning up to my academic group, expecting me to do extra labour to catch you up.
Hello from the void that is the post-Christmas slump. It's Rose. Welcome back to my channel and to my Not So Berry challenge. As anyone sensible could have told you, I was never going to get another episode done before Christmas, so here we are. I've got about 4 days before I'm leaving the country for most of January, so I'm going to be trying to get a bunch of stuff queued up, ready to go out during that time. And we are going to be joining Carmine today back at college. Last time we went through most of her first week, so we're right at the end of her first semester. We're going to find out how she's been doing. Is she going to pass? She hasn't done that much work, and how is that going to affect her going forward? Also, can we finally finish another milestone in her aspiration? Let's get to it.
We are back with Carmine Spectra at college. She's eaten some lobster thermidor, thinking about herself. So truly the most on brand she could be. It's the last day of her semester tomorrow. We've got a little bit of Sunday left, but we'll know this time tomorrow what her grades are. Girl, there's someone in there. There's someone. Oh, okay. We appear to now be trying to impress Genesis, who is unimpressed by us, by peeing behind her. That is not the way to get in her pants. Really, no. But as Carmine has expressed interest in Genesis, I'm going to send them outside apparently to do some flirting. Someone pointed out in the comments that it's very much like Genesis is kind of into Carmine but hates that she's kind of into Carmine, and I think that feels like very on brand, because obviously like Carmine is just like this idiot kid and Genesis is like a little bit cooler, and Carmine's definitely always let herself be influenced by other people and tried to copy them to create the kind of person she wants to be. And I feel like Genesis is definitely the biggest candidate for that at uni, and Genesis is like, you don't get it, like this is not how it works, you have to be your own individual self, you can't just copy other people's ways of being an individual. And why don't you get this, and why do I still kind of like you? Anyway, as their conversation for once is actually going pretty well, with a little help from the beguiling skill, I did eventually get the option for them to have their first kiss, and we need them kisses, so get it, girls. I mean, they are super cute together, so wouldn't be mad at it, but at the moment, still playing the field. And we now have 2 out of our 3 strong romantic relationships, so we have Flax and Genesis. So we need to track down young Oriole and get him, and then kiss a bunch of randomers, I guess. Ahead of finals, I sent Carmine for a jog, and she decided to take her lobster with her, which I respect. This is the kind of healthcare I can get behind. Bodies can be healthy at all sizes, and sometimes you want to go for a run and you want to take a snack with you. Have a snack, be a snack. That is my philosophy. And girl, you are sweaty, but hey. Oh, don't leave your plate there. Really? Your mother didn't raise you better. Alright. She's gone in to have a little chat with Marigold, who's having a gentle meltdown. Poor girl. Seems fair enough. She's also just desperate for a wee, and Carmine's like, so let me tell you what happened with Genesis. And Marigold is like, I don't want your drama, I just want a wee. Carmine is oblivious. We are off to take our finals. Spotted Oriole on the way, so decided to give him a little bit of flirtation. Hopefully Flax isn't like lurking in the background somewhere. Genesis, it's very nice that you suddenly want to go on a date with us, but I do have to go take an exam, and I don't think I'm quite that blasé about my education yet. Maybe next semester. Turns out Flax was lurking in the bushes somewhere, but hopefully he didn't see anything or was still in a lecture. But we're going to give him a little quick kiss for luck, and then head on in to do our exams. And I'm skipping straight through finals. She took both exams, they seem to go okay, and now on the last day of our first semester we are going to try and lock down that 3rd serious romantic interaction. We are going to take Oriole on a date to, it's Halloween, so Glimmerbrook, let's go to the Spoopy bar. Spoopy bar. Oh, and there's a child in a swimsuit, and respect that child. Is that your costume? What are you? Terrifying? Oriole is not in a good way, so we are going to beguile him in order to try and get this over with quickly. He is real stinky, but he still seems happy to be with us. Carmine, your costume is kind of terrible, I'm not going to lie. I think it's some kind of space cadet, but yeah, it just isn't really doing it for me. Oh, Curtis is here. Does this mean the party animals are meeting? No, don't. What? I've never seen that klaxon interaction be turned on the klaxon person. And yeah, there we go, it's definitely a party animals greeting. Flora is here, and Oriole's probably going to be like, do you always bring your mother on dates? And Carmine is like, no, but she knows what I do. Anyway, I literally galloped through a truck ton of romantic interactions here because Oriel's also really hungry and I don't want him to die until I've locked in that serious romance. I mean, I don't want him to die, period, but it would be especially inconvenient if he died now because then I'd have to do even more like setting up, and I suspect... Ooh, final grades. So we failed historical perspectives. We did really well at politics of leadership and the other one meh, but we've got a C+ overall. So Carmine's going to be pissed about that because she's like, I worked hard, why didn't I do better? But also clearly history isn't it for me. I need to be leading the pack. I'm great at leadership, like that's where I'm going to focus. But also like these professors need to reward my hard work, not seeing that really all the hard work she's been putting into flirting with everyone's probably holding her back a bit. Anyway, we are going to sign her up for another term, but we're also going to turn on ageing. I kind of planned this to go down one of two routes. If she did really well in her first semester, then I was going to have her get involved with like the debate guild and then get really like fired up about politics that way. Given that she hasn't done very well, I'm actually going to put her in an academic support group with a couple of new characters that have been made for me, and we are going to see how she feels about how hard she would actually need to work to succeed in this environment, and whether or not she's willing to do that, or whether she's going to go and strike out alone in the way that feels more organic to her. So we're going to pursue the second path, and I'm not going to say any more about it now, but we will see what happens. We got back from our date with Oriel to find Flax sitting on our bed looking all sad, and he definitely did see some of our flirting from wherever he was hiding earlier because we've lost our strong romantic relationship with him, so we're still only on 2 or 3. So we're going to try and just bump him back into serious now by sort of reassuring him. He's going to be like, I feel like you don't really like me. And she's like, I do like you, I just don't like only you. And he's like, but that's not... And she's like, shh, you have 2 options in this moment. We can keep doing what we're doing, which is fun, and I think you like it. Or you can keep pushing me to do something we both said we weren't going to do, and this can be over. And he's like, I guess. And I think... Yep, that has done it. 3 romantic relationships. Now that's locked in. Don't think it matters if they fall out of range, so I just have to go kiss a bunch of people. Huzzah. Super depressing that my brain's first reaction to kissing a bunch of strangers is like, that's not COVID safe. To be alive in a panty. But it is a new term, it's a new opportunity to be garbage at our studies, and to desperately go to the loo whilst dripping blood. Are you seriously going to use the same cubicle as... She keeps only wanting to use this cubicle and Genesis is always in it, but if that's how their friendship wants to be, I guess that's where we're at. But she's in a pretty good mood for her first day at school. She's got a sad moodlet buried somewhere down, but hopefully her horniness will keep the sadness at bay. Starting the day off right with some eggs. And it looks like Oriel might be coming over to hang out with us, which is nice. Hopefully all of our little paramours can just get along with one another. I think I need a bunch of boyfriends and girlfriends for the next stage, so I'm not like wanting to whittle them down just yet. I want to keep as many of them around as possible if I can, but also, as we've established, I'm very disorganised and not good at this stuff. I also gave Carmine this cute new little autumnal outfit and sent her outside into the sort of orangey light because it's so pretty to do some studying. Oh, Flax. Hey, Flax, what are you doing here? I'm actually, like, trying to turn over a new leaf where I do studying and stuff, so could you maybe not come over here and bring drama about whether or not we're dating exclusively because we're not? Yeah, okay. Okay, who's doing it? Thanks, babe. Awkward silence. Got anything to say, Flax? Anything? Just kind of sort of nodding at each other. Nod. I don't know if it's the game lagging or if they just don't really have any chemistry outside of like sexual chemistry. Oh, and this guy has come over to break the ice with a berry and a face mask. I mean, respect it, dude, but you look ridiculous. I think I've got one of these presentation boards for this semester, so I might as well get her to start working on that, given it's nice weather and she looks adorable. Having got a C on her first term, which is very much a natural progression of getting a B at high school, it feels like Carmine's potentially going to realise that she needs to do something differently, but maybe not know what it is. She's just very slapdash at things she's naturally good at, she can do well at without really trying, but stuff she is not so good at, like the logic-based stuff, she is just pretty much failing at. And she stabbed a pin in her finger. She's like, oh, I'm just trying my best to do this on my own, but I can't. I've heard about this academic support group, and the group really helped me when I was at school, my like teenage pooling interest group, so I'm going to join this and I'll go after class to see if they can help me with my studies and maybe then I'll do better and, you know, it won't take me 7,000 years to graduate from college. And having made that decision, we're going to go have a little yell with Genesis, like, ugh, college is so stupid, like, it's so hard and pins are so spiky and now I have to go to this club. And Genesis was like, yeah, what did you think you signed up for? I gave the little girl Mao with the black striped trousers a little makeover because she was super cute, but she was wearing some hot mess of things. Okay, we're done with class. What shall we do now? What? Oh, we're not done with class, we got another one straight after it. This is why you should look at your timetable, kids. I did not do that. We are now done with class, so we've popped over to the library to do our first study group with the academic support group, and this is the professor. His name is Yukon Canola. He was made for me by Kim, who is my heart Sims. I definitely feel like she'd lay the charm on thick, introduce herself and her newly found academic rigour, like, hey, I'm Carmine, I'm here to do better at school. Oh, and he's yelling at her. I mean, maybe he was her professor for the historic perspectives module. You never tried last semester and now you're turning up to my academic group expecting me to do extra labour to catch you up. And she's like, no, I'm a changed person. Do you think I'm smart? And what's he gonna say? No, I don't actually. Wow, that's hella rude. This is not good teaching, kids. But also, you know, fair enough, maybe she wronged him last semester, so she's gonna try and prove him wrong by, you know, doing some studying. So I think she wants to play some chess. The group activities for the study group are all the things she needs to do for her course, so playing chess, doing homework, research and debating, all that kind of thing. So I'm going to have them work on some coursework together. I added a few of her pals to the group just for funsies. And yeah, they're just going to sit in the library and work under the watchful eye of Professor Canola. So this other little yellow sim, although Carmine doesn't know it yet, is actually Yukon's little sister Aurelia, who came as part of the household that Kim sent to me. And she basically gets dragged along to all her brother's stuff as a like demonstration partner. So we may see more from her going forward. For just now, though, they're going to stand behind Carmine and do mischief in a way that is incredibly distracting for both her and me. Have a feeling this is not going to end well. I'm over here trying to like change your mind about my academic potential, and you're just over there doing tricks. Like, what's going on? Like, do you really think I'm going to be okay on my own? And he's like, yeah, I think you can make some progress. Oh, and he's yelling at her again. Maybe if you spent a little bit less time focusing on me and what I'm doing, and a little bit more time focusing on your work, you wouldn't need this support group because you'd be passing all on your own. And she's like, okay, this doesn't feel good. So I've sent her to the pub with Marigold to complain about her professor and her studies and everything, and Marigold's like, I mean, to be fair, you put in very little effort last year, so maybe he's just holding you to account, and maybe that's a good thing. And Carmine's like, yeah, I kind of think he's just a dick, but maybe I'll give it another go. And yeah, her and Marigold just deserve some nice bonding time. And then Carmine would say something like, well, maybe you're right, but you know what always makes me feel better? And then starts like eyeing up the like other people in the bar, and Marigold's like, seriously? Like, we're supposed to be having a like friends night out, you're gonna hit on someone? And Carmine's like, you know it. Given the Rose Gen isn't allowed to get married till they're an elder, I just really wanted her to have like a solid platonic pal throughout her life, and Morgan made lovely Marigold for me, who is somewhere on the Ace Demi spectrum. Not exactly sure where, but yeah, that is a little bit of backstory on her. Anyway, she'll be sticking around for the long haul, but not for long tonight because Carmine is off on her nonsense. Anyway, this guy is Kale. He lives in our halls of residence, and I gave him a little bit of a makeover right when we first moved in before I gave up on doing that because it took way too much time and effort. So him and Carmine are finding each other very attractive, which makes my job really easy. So I'm just going to have them do a bunch of little flirtations, and then as soon as I get the kiss interaction, I'm going to have her go along with that. Someone is doing the dirty down in the cupboard, but it's not me, so that's all I care about. Okie dokie, give him a little yep. Sorted. And that's not the right window. Why am I looking in this one? That's the one. I think that's 7 out of 10 Sims kiss, so we need 3 more. Gonna boss this out, and she's gone from feeling great to feeling dazed, so good time to go home to bed. And we woke up with like less than 40 minutes before our first class of the day because, again, I didn't look at the timetable and realise it was 8, so we're just going to send her out. And it's getting to be towards winter, so we get to see everyone's cute little winter outfits, which I always really enjoy. Come on, girl, hustle up. Get to class. Get to class. Faster. Oh, apparently her kiss with Kale last night was not the best kiss. You know, she's not feeling quite as peppy as she was on her first day of the second semester, but I think she's like definitely still feeling a little bit positive. She's like, okay, I've got this, I can do this, I can do the uni thing, I can adult. And we'll see how she feels once she gets out of class, because I don't know if she's done her homework. She arrived bang on time, which is actually pretty impressive given she was in bed. She came out feeling okay, but she is really sad because that nameless old woman she was apparently friends with died, so I figured I would invite Crimson over because he hasn't visited the uni commons and we're asking him for some advice and, you know, talking to him about our mean professor. And I'm like, you know, don't you just think it's so unfair what I'm going through? And Crimson's like, well, not really. Like, life is just difficult and there's going to be things getting in your way whatever you do. Mine and Daisy's life hasn't been the easiest. We're like trying to pay our bills and not making very much money, but you know, you just got to get through it. But you know, I'm here for you, sis. Except for I'm actually going to go talk to this green haired guy and then go home. Anyway, left her at the commons doing some project work and called the study group over because studying is important and more fun as a group activity. And also she really can't seem to stick bits of paper to the board, which I'm sure Professor Canola is finding particularly fun to laugh at her. She's going to go try and debate him, which is almost certainly going to end in tears. Oh, he's instantly been like, yeah, Aurelia, why don't you come and take on this idiot? I feel like if I was a filmmaker, this is the point at which like Eye of the Tiger would kick in and be like montage of her doing study stuff and also fighting with her professor, and they're having mean looks across the chess table at each other, although they're actually getting on okay at the moment. I mean, uni is a lot of repetitive action, to be completely honest. Oh, she's bleeding again. Anyway, but yeah, she does seem to be doing a little bit better. She's managing to eat on some sort of schedule, thinking of her family. I mean, you literally see them constantly every time you go to the bar. Anyway, you get the picture. This is the uni progress montage. This is one of the guys I just had her kiss. I wanted to see if the mistletoe kiss interaction would work because Christmas is coming up and, you know, why not? So, diddle-doo. Can we do this? Yeah, we can. Does it count? Yeah, it does. Cool. All right. We're now at 7 of 10. We must have been at 6 of 10 beforehand. So we just need 3 more people. When she got back to Halls, Flax sought her out straight away and like planted one on her right in front of Oriel. And I don't feel like Oriel cares. Like, I definitely get like Pan, Polly kind of vibes from Oriel, except for the fact that like Flax is making such a point of being like all like cutesy in front of him. And Oriel's like, dude, like, why you gotta be like that? And Carmine also is just feeling really sad now. In part because she's got the like got caught cheating emoji, which shouldn't be there because she's not cheating on anyone. She's not in any relationship. But also she has the polyamorous trait from Wonderful Whims because she's got to pursue so many relationships. The semester has gone downhill quite rapidly, to be honest. She's really, really embarrassed coming out of class. So she's come to the pub, which is definitely her happy place in Brightchester, with Genesis to try and have like a nice evening on Harvest Fest and make it out from underneath her sad mood. I have to admit, I do really like Carmine and Genesis together. I feel like they have a good, playful, hate you, love you energy, and potentially, especially when Carmine's going through it with the professor, having someone like Genesis who doesn't take university so seriously. She's like, it's not the end of the world. There are bigger things going on than how you're doing at college. And Genesis is also in the study group, so if Carmine's like, to her, the professor's just being such a dick, Genesis would be like, yeah, he's being a dick. And Carmine's like, well, you're also a dick to me. And yeah, but I'm a dick to you in a very different way. I'm a dick to you because I like you and I want you to be better. He's a dick to you because he's just a dick. And I've now said dick so many times that it has no meaning. And that's officially her first ever cupboard makeout. Surprised it's taken this long, but that seems a good place to end. Rumpled but happy.
I think normally if you got a C+, you'd be kind of disappointed, but after Carmine getting 3 Fs in her first really glitchy playthrough, I'm actually super proud of her for getting a C+. Obviously, there's a possibility that her new study group could help her push her grades up, but with a professor like that, who really knows what's going to happen? I must say Kim's evil character she sent me is really doing what I hoped he would. I'd be really interested to know what you think. Do you think that Professor is going to be trouble for Carmine? Do you think that Genesis is going to be trouble for Carmine? Or Flax? Or any of them? What do you think is going to happen? I don't know yet. It is still all to play for. I'm going to go straight in and do the next section right now. So leave me a comment, let me know what you would like to see happen, and I will try and work in any ideas that work with what happens in game. It's always so appreciated, those of you that take the time to leave comments. So if you are feeling generous, you want to give me a late Christmas present and birthday present, it was my birthday yesterday, pop something in the chat box, give me a little thumbs up, maybe subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.